you get a real feel
Yeah.
for.
Video, please zoom.
Yep. Zoom in.
Thank you.
This is a different looking sponge from the one we've seen lately. Looks pretty fouled. A lot of sediment or debris.
Are those brittle stars on the bottom of it?
Looks like it, yeah.
That's right.
Jess, I don't know if you caught that, but we did one of those little backwards moves, so
Yeah,
that's
I
why
heard you
Argus
say.
got a little farther away. It's catching up now. Do you want me to do another towards 3, 4, 5? Get a little closer.
That'd be great, yeah.
Can we look down inside him and see
Bridge
if he's got
snap.
any friends in there?
I don't know.
20
be
meters
covered by
bearing
that
3,
cliff,
4,
though.
5.
Hold
Thank you.
Up, up. Which way am I going?
Oh, you're gonna look on the bubble. I like it.
Yeah, you might be able to sneak closer and look, tilt down a little bit.
All right, great, good captures on those.
It's probably like
Sponge?
a
That
shrimp or
sponge?
something
Yeah.
in there.
Awesome. Ready to go. Science
Okay.
clear.
All right, come wide, video.
Oh,
We got the hook. You can fly over it a little bit if you want to see, Dan. We can look down inside.
I always like a little peek in there. See there?
I don't see any eyeballs.
Me neither.
Hi.
I guess we also get the, we have the motion of the ship that we're feeling, and we see that telegraphed in the tether all the time too. And I'm trying to justify it by.
Can we grab that jelly, you think?
Grab it, slurp it, or just
No,
image it?
grab it like video.
Sure.
Image it.
Tinaphor, what is it?
It's moving pretty slow.
Ooh, has he got his LEDs on?
Reflectors.
Ooh. This always makes good highlight reel.
You
Oh,
want
he
to come
does.
in there a bit there, video,
Please.
please?
Sure.
They say if it were a video game that you two would be top ranked right now.
High
Oh,
score.
look at that thing.
High score.
Whoa, there it is.
There's a little bioluminescence there.
Give him
Name
a
that
ride of his
critter.
life.
Either that or reflective. It's one of the two. But it's definitely got some iridescence to it.
Oh, you think it's reflecting from the?
I don't know. Steve would know better.
Yeah, I think it's a Tinaphor,
Yeah.
and Tinaphors are gelatinous zooplankton, and they have these rows of cilia that when they beat refract light in different across the visible spectrum, and so what you get is the appearance of a rainbow.
This guy's all over the place now. Crazy
Bridge
driver.
nav.
All right.
Yep, thanks.
Yep.
There's always a
20
small
meters
contingent
bearing
of
0.
plankton biologists and
Thank you.
midwater folks who are interested in the things that we find. So even a few images might be helpful to get a better idea on those things.
Sure. Sure thing.
Called in a north move there.
Roger.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop down. Make sure we stay by our 10 delta at least.
Yeah.
Delta is single digits.
Yeah. But I'll change
What's our
that.
depth now? We're looking at 1687 meters. And we have about 200 meters left.
Yeah, we're close to that base, huh?
I think this will be perfect. Right around the watch change, they should be pretty close. And
it's
they'll
about-
have
Of
their
course, the
pick
watch
of rocks before they start their transect up.
160
summit.
meters. That her target distance is actually from the DVL, which is way down here.
Oh, okay.
Which is not us anymore.
That's such a cool view.
Of course, the watch after us gets the
So
cool
you're saying
stuff.
we're not going to get
Hey,
to pick up a rock?
it's a geological target. I want them to pick their rocks. I'm not good at picking rocks.
You don't want the liability of picking the wrong rock.
Yeah.
another resinged star. They seem to be hanging out upside down like that.
Yeah, they're passive feeders. I mean, you know, at these depths in similar parts, similar latitudes of the Central Pacific, we've found a lot more stuff. And you know, I'm not disappointed in the diversity. I think there is quite a diversity. By my estimates, we saw about 25 different species of corals, and maybe 6 or 7 species of sponges that I could discern. So I think, you know, diversity-wise, it is an interesting site. Abundance-wise, it's yeah, a little low from what could be average, but it's lower than what I've seen at high abundance sites at similar depths.
Bridge now.
And I think it's not a matter of having
20 meters.
different species here. I think it's a matter of something about the conditions. Maybe it's the
Thank you.
larval supply. Maybe it's the food is just
Gonna come up
not as
touch.
not flowing as quickly as
Sure. You're pretty stretched out right now.
it needs to be to support that kind of biomass. There's some.
Are these holothurians or those sponges again?
Yeah, can we take a look at some of those columns coming off of
Sure.
left or right?
Okay.
Just desperate for a holothurian, but there's no reason for them to be here.
You'd be surprised. Sometimes they find them on the walls.
Really?
Rarely, but you wonder how they get there. Tube feet.
What
It's
are
like-
these weirdos?
Wow. All right, video, please zoom in.
It's like if you could take.
Hold that.
Sponge
Yeah.
babies.
This pan,
So
right?
these
Or
look
pan
so
left.
much like the sponges that we tried to sample, yet they were those were much bigger. These are
Yeah.
much smaller.
We can try again.
Yeah, we could try again. Not here though. It's like it's 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And maybe. Let's see. We still have
It's a great
over
landing
12
spot there.
hours left planned in our dive. We'll see how things go.
All right, is that good enough for you there, Steve?
Yeah, great.
All right, come wide, please, video.
I was thinking if you could, you know, improve upon Spider-Man from an invertebrate perspective, a marine invertebrate perspective, I would pick the holothurian.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The holothurian sounds like a good superhero
Yeah.
movie too.
Yeah.
It really does.
Better than sea cucumber.
Yeah.
Maybe. Holothurian is mysterious. Or we call it the Hollow Man or something.
They can do some pretty awesome aquabatics,
Yeah.
aerobatics. They get they get quite mad. They do flips and tumbles and jumps.
How far away from that target? There any?
Yeah.
100 meters or so?
Just about 120, I'd say. 140. Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm thinking about the right animal, they're the ones that do
You
the.
want to reach the goal in the next 15 minutes?
I do.
Gotta do it. So it might be better if we just go up here and then go up, but we'll see.
Okay.
Probably just stay on the cliff face.
Yeah.
Let's see, maybe another 015? Sure,
Yeah, sure.
something like that. Bridge now.
You want to come up a little bit there, Dan?
Coming up.
One more step. Thank you.
So we get back into legal limits before.
Crinoid
Watch
heaven
changes.
over here.
Legal limits, yeah.
You don't want to incur the wrath of Hannaford.
Underwater tickets.
Yes.
I think Mike also flies at around 10 sometimes, depends on the,
I think he does. Depends on how we're doing it. So.
yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because like we've spent 4 hours up here, so we're like comfortable. And then when the new watch comes in, no matter who it is, no matter what crew is, anything to come in, they're like, "What are these idiots doing in here?" Try to rearrange, but by the end of their watch, they're all settled in and they're like, they're comfortable with how close they are to the cliff face and everything.
Yeah.
My comfort level compared to when I walked in here to now is
Yeah.
significantly
Yeah.
changed.
That's how it goes every time.
It's like it becomes your like home,
Yeah, except for
your
around
like ecosystem.
chimneys. You can never get too comfortable around chimneys.
No, not around those.
I'm never comfortable around them. The tall ones, the spires.
Sorry, can we look back to the lower left corner? I think I
Lower
see
left?
something pink and squiggly.
I guess we can.
Pink and squiggly. Okay.
Oh, I think I see it.
Oh, are you talking about? It's kind of now mid-screen.
Yeah, yeah, coming
Good
mid-screen,
morning.
yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, we saw you down there. All look good? I know. It's hot.
Video, please push in.
Will do.
If you get a chance, can you also, yeah, the iris too.
Yep.
Rock on.
Yeah, so we've got Sticopathes here. Black coral. Yeah. Great scan of the colony.
Want some more of it, or do you want? Is that good?
That's good.
All right. Come wide, video, please.
Pull wide.
The top light's just to listen.
So you're stuck listening to us.
The leftmost of the forward toolbox. Floated away. Yeah, exactly. It'll recolonize somewhere else. Kind of. Yep. Yeah. D would be good for a rock sample.
What's our depth now? 1683. All right.
Ronnie, do you want to do one more ship move while we
Roger.
wait for a watch change, or do we want to hold?
We could do another one. Do you want to do 015? Let's do that again.
Yeah, let's do a 015.
Okay. Bridge nav. 20 meters, 015. Thank you.
Let's see. Pretty barren, the spot.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for an awesome watch, everybody. I think that's us about to sign off. The oncoming crew's coming in, so handover time.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Hello, everybody at nautiluslive.org. We're just doing a shift turnover right now. That's why you're hearing shuffling and people moving around. We'll be getting started on this 4 to 8 watch. Thank you for joining us today.
Mike, would you like me to fill in 1 and 6 on multi with something else?
Yes, please. You've read my mind. Something less seizure-inducing.
Ooh, yikes.
Put my brain on the fritz.
So the ship stopped up now, is he?
What happened to our dive plan?
Yeah, we're steadied up. I'm ready to move if you guys
Yeah, yeah, you go ahead and move them. I think they were doing 20-meter moves.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, we can carry on with that.
We were looking about 015.
Roger.
Bridge nav. Request 20-meter step bearing 015. On the move.
Roger. Steve, you can push in past that miso camera there if you like.
Sure thing. What are we calling that? MISO?
Yeah, M-I-S-O.
Okay.
It's an acronym.
What's it stand for? Shouldn't have said that.
Something, instrument, science, something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sorry.
It's new. It's new for me.
Something.
You tried.
I do know what it is. It's escaping me at the moment.
I believe you, Kylie.
I know the guy whose camera it is. I just can't remember the acronym. Dan Fernari. It's actually on the MISO too.
Cool.
Yeah. Good guy, good guy.
You trying to remember the acronym for MISO?
Yeah.
I think it's
Measuring
no, I think it's multidisciplinary instruments.
That's it. That's it. You're getting closer. Scientific objectives.
Oceanography.
No. Oh, that makes more sense.
I'll look it up.
We should do $1,000 pyramid, me and you. I'm feeling like we're really on something.
Multidisciplinary instrumentation in support of oceanography.
Ah.
Wow.
They dropped a couple there, didn't they?
That feels like cheating. I feel like they missed a couple of the...
Alright, I'm going to be switching master position source to USBO. Alright, and then data, if you want to log that, we switch back to USBL completely.
Copy that, thank you.
Looks really cool down there.
Let's go.
So we're moving now from, so we were on a GEO, a flat platform, and you saw it has kind of flat ferromanganese encrusted layers, and those were all kind of ancient reef deposits. So as the seamount was kind of subsiding and sinking deeper into the lithosphere and going underwater, coral reefs kept building on top of each other and building up these layers of calcium carbonate deposits. Eventually it got too deep and it was no longer sustainable and it became iron encrusted, iron manganese encrusted. But right now we're going to a little volcanic, what appears to be the bathymetry, a volcanic cone that sprung up after that happened. So after it sunk and after the coral reef died off, this volcanic cone bursted out. And so now you can kind of see the change in the topography. All this landscape is not really smooth layers anymore. It's all rocky, and it's most likely volcaniclastic deposits from that volcano.
Can we get a partial zoom there and then the iris down a little bit?
Sure.
Looks like you can see the different
Bridge
layers
nav.
of the various lava flows.
Coming in.
Yeah, lava flows, spatter deposits.
One
Good
more
there.
step, please.
Very cool. Those, what's kind of towards the bottom of that those little stalks? Those corals?
They might be hydrozoans
Ah.
rather than corals.
Hey, Chris,
Yes.
what's the name of the screen to your right?
Full right.
Mm-hmm.
DP.
All right,
Thank
come
you.
wide again.
Coming wide.
Bless you.
Hey, watch team, do we think we're at a good point to do some quick introductions?
Good here.
Yeah, fine by me.
Awesome. I'll start it down on this end. Hello, everyone joining us at nautiluslive.org. Thank you for joining us on our first dive of this
go ahead.
expedition here in the Pacific Remote Islands Marine National Monument. My name is Al Leschinski, and I am joining the ship as a lead science communication fellow, hailing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the Franklin Institute, where I work as a science interpreter. And this is our second shift of this expedition. I'm really excited to be back in the control van, and really excited to be exploring this ridge just southwest of Kingman Reef. So thanks for joining us. Send in your questions, and let's hear from the rest of our team. I'll pass it over to my right.
Hey there. This is Steve, the video engineer. Glad to be here. Second dive of the year, or second watch of the year, first dive, and excited to see what we find.
Cool.
Hi, I'm
There you
Kylie.
go.
I'm sitting in the Argus seat, and I was just doing some gauge checks, and I'm also happy to be here.
Michael in the Herc seat. Also happy to be here.
Glad to hear it.
Also second dive.
Of the year.
Yeah, of the year. Yeah,
For you.
it's the second dive ever.
You're doing great.
Chris Jakes in the navigator's chair. This is my first dive ever, but second shift, so we'll see if they'll peel me out after my watch after this one, but I tried as hard as I could to stay the whole time.
Already a pro.
I'm Kevin. I'm a postdoc marine geologist, Oregon State University. This is my second time diving now. Today.
Allison here, sitting in watch lead for this watch, and I work for the Ocean Exploration Trust, and I don't know how many dives I've done.
A lot.
Partial zoom there.
Coming in.
So I'm Jamie Wagner. I'm sitting in the data logger seat. I'm one of the science managers on board. Just like everyone else, this is my second dive.
I've started off with a...
or second watch of the first dive for this cruise, but I was on earlier this season as well for several dives. And this is my minieth season out with Nautilus.
Minieth. That's a good one.
And I am extra excited to be looking at this sea star right now.
It's got big, long tube feet.
Okay.
Coming wide.
Come wide, yeah.
For those out there wondering how crew on the Nautilus deal with seasickness, I personally slept a lot and took a lot of Dramamine, and now I'm perfect.
You always were.
Oh.
I might want to grab one of these rocks if you come in close and see a nice angular one.
Yeah, I can get in here any old place. Is this a good place to look where there's a...
Yeah.
We'll probably find one here. Hey, there's lots of candidates.
Yeah.
Can stop the ship.
Roger that. Bridge nav.
full wide
Hold
on
position.
the Zeus.
Coming wide.
Thank you.
Now we get to play the game of is it stuck?
Yeah. So I like the one slightly to the left of the lasers right now.
Okay, but in this pile in front
Right,
of me here?
yeah, below that big boulder.
Okay, I'll just set up here. Stay there.
Slowed our momentum. We're starting to hold position.
Roger. The Schwanzenkrieg. Can I see the arm with the bubble cam?
Sure can.
All right.
I found that preset by accident. That was first try.
Nice. It's got some. Okay, can you point the rock out to me again?
You're going right towards it, so right below the lasers.
And before we pick
Right
it up,
there, yeah.
before we pick it up, could we get a zoom on it?
Roger. Go ahead, video.
Coming in.
Yeah, it might be stuck in there mostly.
Yeah. We shall see.
Is it the one with the laser on it or the one to the
No, one below where the laser is now.
Okay.
It's kind of a triangle shape. You're zooming in right on it.
Great.
Dead center.
Yeah, that might not come out, eh?
All right, we're good on the zoom.
Okay, coming wide.
Oh, that one had more manganese than I wanted anyway, so.
Zoom in a little bit there. Yeah, that's good. Oh no, it'll come.
Huzzah!
Coming wide.
Roger. Oh, where shall we put it?
I believe D is open on the starboard bio box.
Yep, everybody happy with D?
Yeah.
Can I just get a 360 like spin of it?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, my bad.
Oh yeah, and zoom in on that spot to the left.
Pretty altered, huh?
Yeah. So it is a basalt, but yeah, it's pretty heavily altered. Carbonate layer. Nah, sorry to waste time, but I think it's better not to keep that one.
No
It looks
longer
too altered.
wanted.
When you only get 5, you got to be picky.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Coming wide.
Want anything? Want to try with anything else right here?
No, they're probably all the same flow.
Yeah. Okay. Not good enough. Rock. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, you can get the ship moving again.
Roger that. Gonna continue going 015.
Roger. And you can go ahead and push in past the meso camera there, video.
Copy that.
Bridge nav.
Think there's any chance of breaking off
And
a piece of
bubble
that
Another
outer
step,
thing?
please.
back over the porch.
For future reference, when I want starboard
Yeah,
bio
but
box, like
it
once
looks
you
really
start
thick
coming
manganese.
around,
I'm guessing it's altered
I'd
basalt
want
on
to
the-
change the view for you, correct?
Yeah.
But which button here would that be? Salvo normal?
It's one of the, it's a manipulator salvo there, so I can probably get that, or If you can reach it, you're welcome to go for it.
Okay, but I
we'll
wasn't
figure
sure
out
if
which
that
one it is.
Okay, no problem.
It's one of these two
Believe
here.
so, yeah.
Starboard salvo, I think, is.
Oh, there you go. That would make sense. Okay. And I'm not really keeping the bearing of the ship because you'd be completely out of view.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I'm falling behind here a bit. Get out.
I know we've got the coral cutters on the manipulator on Hercules. How many different interchangeable attachments does Hercules have on those manipulator arms?
Well, they come in all kinds of different sizes. So there's like 2 basic designs. Aside from the coral cutters, that's kind of a specialty item.
Mm-hmm.
So forgetting that, the end of the jaw, there's intermeshing jaws, which we have on here. See, the fingers are kind of curved, and they intermesh when they're fully closed.
Mm-hmm.
And there's parallel jaws, which open and close and just stay like 2 flat plates on each end.
Mm-hmm.
Just open and close in parallel. And then there's just different sizes of those, and that's basically it.
Bridge nav.
Got it.
Another step, please. Is this a good distance for you guys between Argus and Herc? Or do you want me to pull out a little more in the next one?
Yeah, where is it going? Yeah, maybe, yeah, pull out on the next move and see.
Okay. I'll look more of a 025.
Yeah. It's kind of becoming a little bit less defined than it was. Slopes off a bit.
And I'll give another shout out to my dad who's watching and is still stuck on that single-celled organism from earlier, the xenophyophore. Wondering how big it can be. I actually talked to Jamie before we came up into the van, and Jamie said that single-celled organism could get about 6 to 7 inches. Was that 8? Oh my gosh!
I know.
And how big was the one that we saw?
Ooh.
Was that like
Bridge nav.
I don't recall exactly where that fell relative to our 10 centimeter lasers.
I think it was a little wider than the lasers, but not that much wider, if I remember correctly, but
yeah,
I'm not
so
100% sure.
8 inches is about the same as 20 centimeters. So
okay.
Yeah, if it was a little wider, then maybe 10 to 12 centimeter range or so.
All right, starting to move out.
Roger.
I hope that answers your question, Dad, and thanks for tuning in. I know it's late for you on the East Coast.
Could we get a zoom on that coral, the red coral in front of us?
Yeah, second I'll get in a bit closer.
Can I ask a question about single-celled organisms that, like, I don't want to ask, but I don't.
Okay, video, you zoom in there.
Coming in.
I know, like, a cell is really small. So how can that one cell be so big? I thought cells were, like, microscopic, you know?
So,
I'm gonna let Jamie answer that one.
Yeah, this looks like a bubblegum coral.
Yeah, it does.
As a brief aside.
With an associate.
With a brittle star associate. They almost always have a brittle star associate, which is quite interesting. We're good on the zoom whenever you need to move on. Thank you.
Okay.
And as to how it gets so big, I don't know the details of that.
That's fair.
But it's a very good question.
Coming wide.
Nature is incredible.
There's some angular bits in there.
Yeah. So I'm kind of waiting till we start going up the mountain just to see a little bit. It seems to be getting more and more volcanic.
My cursory research about these single-celled organisms, it looks like the xenophyophore actually has many nuclei inside of seemingly one cell.
What's the nuclei?
So that's the part that holds the DNA.
Oh, okay. So it's robust with DNA. Or DNA capsules.
Basically. And the shells like the shell that we were actually seeing, that's not the body itself, but the body that's incorporated sand into it to make it rigid. So, and that's what the name refers to, is that it's holding on to those bits and pieces.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's this thing?
Yeah, what is that?
That looks
Big
like a
glass
sponge,
Big glass
yeah.
sponge.
It's got the hairy kind of offshoots at the bottom that hold it to the...
Just seems like it has a lot more than all the others.
Yeah, it's a big base.
Zoom in, partial.
Coming in.
It's good there for now.
Whoa.
Do you want to cheat to like 315 to...
Yeah,
do
sure,
better?
yeah.
I know it's not, but it looks like a jellyfish that got stuck to the side.
Yeah.
It really wants to hold on.
It's like a jellyfish sculpture.
It's actually an art exhibit. We're crashing the opening.
We've got about
Okay, come out wide. I'm kind of down in the gully here.
Coming wide.
12 meters left in our move. What point do you guys want to start coming up? We're about, according to the contours, just down from the base waypoint.
I'm ready to go up whenever, but I don't know if you're just talking to me.
I mean, it's whatever you guys want to look at. I can keep moving along if you want to keep coming along the cliff, or move up and over.
No, I think we want to move up and over.
Yeah, let's get to the cone.
All right.
Cone of excitement.
Cone of excitement.
I will make a...
Sounds awesome. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's our name, so in the manuscript, I'll make sure to call it
Much
that.
better than the cone of shame.
Yeah,
Yes.
much better.
I'm going to come about 288. Bridge nav. Request 20 meter step, bearing 288. So you were talking about viewers on the East Coast. I was talking to a couple of my friends, told them they could tune in if they wanted, but it being, what, past 10 o'clock at night there?
Yep.
There's a 50% chance they just went to bed.
Oh. We'll tell them they can write in and say hello.
Sorry, Chris, I missed the bearing. Is about 280, something like that?
288.
88.
88.
So on the East Coast, it's
I think you're pulling
Pulling
me.
on you?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
10:22.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 hours.
So I should tell
ahead.
my family and friends it's 10 to 2 is my shift.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Because most of my family and friends are on the East Coast.
Yep. I do know a lot of people who put this on as they're going to bed. 'Cause This is quite relaxing, I guess.
I've definitely fallen asleep to Nautilus Live.
You're not supposed to say that.
No, what I meant was...
No, it has guided us into dreamland after
Yeah.
hours upon hours of amazing ocean exploration.
Yeah.
We just couldn't turn it off.
I've also stayed awake late into the night watching Nautilus Live.
There you go.
Fall asleep on the keyboard and submit a question that's just 247 Z's.
Like, I think I know what's watching. Oh, and Chris, you should know that your parents are watching up past their bedtime, even if your friends aren't.
Past 10 o'clock. That's incredible.
Shout out to Chris's parents.
Can we zoom on that red blob just below the middle of the screen?
Red blob.
Huh.
Don't see it.
Just below the lasers. To the right.
Oh, I
Just to
see
the
it
right
now.
of the lasers.
Oh, there it is.
See it. Okay. I'm pretty stretched out right now.
Okay.
I'll get to it though.
No worries.
We're going in that direction.
Okay.
Is it a percentage?
Maybe.
Yeah, it looks stocked, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Probably a
Mine.
stocked crinoid red instead of the
Yep.
yellow we've mostly been seeing.
Bridge nav. Request 20 meter step, bearing 275. Starting to come more west as Argus settles under us.
Roger.
Yeah, this is probably working out perfect for my parents. Out in the middle of the Pacific and still got a signal to send messages home.
No excuses not to call.
Yeah. Well, I actually told them I could call with the ship's
Do a zoom there
Wi-Fi,
video.
Coming in.
and they said that they couldn't do that on their phones. So,
There you go.
yeah. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's just an excuse.
Yeah, to get some time.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
They come in a little tighter.
Sure, yeah.
Sent me to college, thought they wouldn't hear from me again.
Joke's on them.
All right, that looks great on the zoom. Thank you very much.
Yeah, beautiful.
Coming wide.
Roger.
Bridge nav. One more step, please.
And shout out to our longtime viewers who have been joining us for years and years and years. Thanks for coming back, and thanks for joining us again this season. Really excited to be diving here again in the Pacific. And a reminder to our viewers at home that if you missed any of this dive today, you can actually rewind up to 12 hours now on the nautiluslive.org website. And in a few days, our full dive recordings will be put up on YouTube, so you can check that out. You can sleep if you need to, but still catch all of Nautilus live.
It's a neat little puffball to the north.
It's our Metallogorgia, I believe.
Thanks for the assist, Al. We're back here looking at each other. We don't.
That's one of the golden corals,
Yeah.
if it is Metallogorgia. The little spiral at the top is interesting.
And is this the one that Steve was talking about that has that very specific brittle star associate? Possibly? Or maybe it's just
I feel like there were a few that had that.
Or maybe this is a smaller Iridogorgia. Oh, gotcha. I just noticed the spiraling on the stalk there.
All right, we got 4 beams back on DVL. I'm going to reset if you're good with that.
Is that a shrimp in there?
Looks like a shrimp.
Looks like a little red shrimp. Yep.
Hey, shrimp.
All right, DVL's reset.
Are you switching the master vehicle positioning to DVL, or is that still USBL?
We switched both to DVL.
Okay. Could we get a zoom in on the top of that coral?
You're not on SBL.
Coming in.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Very
That
nice
is cool.
spiral shape.
Yeah.
I can come in a little tighter here.
Yep, go ahead.
Hey, shrimp.
You're a baby in a cradle.
That's a nice shot.
Rocking back and forth. Yeah, so we see a lot of these associates climbing up into the corals because it allows them to, get a better reach into the nutrient flow in this area. Also provides some cover. This little shrimp is covered up now.
Coming wide.
That's
Roger.
a beautiful coral. Wow.
Wow. I didn't realize it was helixing like that.
It's incredible.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot wider across than I realized either from the other angle.
All right, we're going to be steadying up just about right on top of our base target. Would you like the next move to be towards waypoint 4?
Yeah, we can just kind of have a steady uphill.
All right, yeah, we'll be headed up slope whole way there.
We've got lots of friends from the East Coast writing in and saying they are up and they are ready to watch this dive. So thank you for joining us wherever you are. We're happy to have you joining us here at the bottom of the ocean. Again,
It's a great thing to have going on your desk while you're doing some work or something.
Oh yeah. I used it a lot. In college, I always had it on while I was writing papers and.
Yeah, so you can just, pay a lot of attention for the highlights and then
Exactly.
work away while we're chugging along.
Yeah, and they're like little breaks when something exciting happens.
Yeah.
Bridge now. Request 30 meter step bearing 000.
Again, just a reminder of where we are. We are in the Pacific Remote Islands Marine National Monument, southwest of Kingman Reef. We're kind of moving up a ridge, looking at the geology and the biology of this area. We've come across quite a few different species on this dive. And we're also looking to take maybe a rock sample if Kevin finds something that he likes.
I'm very picky.
Understandably so.
Go get a zoom on the edge, right edge of the screen, bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like
Ooh.
maybe an urchin.
Where's Waldo thing? I missed that one.
Yeah, that does look like an urchin.
Okay, go ahead, video.
Yeah, very nice little urchin.
So animals like these urchins kind of move across the bottom and take in the sediment, extract the nutrients, and again, like those sea cucumbers, act like little Roombas on the seafloor.
And we're good on the zoom whenever. Thank you very much.
Roger, come wide.
Bridge now.
Oh, wow.
One more step, please.
Ooh,
That's a tall one.
there's a couple hanging out.
Interesting little zigzag section in the middle there. A zoom of polyps somewhere along the stalk would be awesome.
Sure, go ahead, video.
Coming in.
It's also got some missing polyps in the middle there.
And I'm coming in a little tighter here.
Roger.
Oh, beautiful.
Go to the missing polyp part.
Wow, this is cool.
Hmm.
Looks like it got chomped.
Yeah. There's some strings coming off of it.